இயற்கையினாலே இயங்கும் எழில் வளம் எல்லாம் இன்பமயம், எல்லாம் இன்பமயம்.
Greetings on behalf of மரபு மருத்துவம். Post corona or post COVID-19 sequelae, post COVID-19 complication, post COVID-19 syndromes, long COVID, all these terms denote same about the complications a patient experiences after he has been cleared clinically of coronavirus disease. Usually these complications are conditions of or signs and symptoms of coronavirus disease will be cleared within 10 days or 15 days. But in post-COVID-19 complicated patients, the symptoms may remain there even beyond 12 weeks. Post-COVID complications can be grouped into two. The first group consists of certain signs and symptoms of the disease lingering even beyond usual time. In second group of complications, the patients experience permanent damage of some of their vital organs like brain, heart, lungs, blood vessels, etc. You may ask in whom these complications or post-COVID-19 sequelae occur. It can occur in any person, so this can affect people with severe disease as well as mild disease. According to one statistics, 10% of the people who had experienced COVID infection may experience post-COVID complications. Among these 10%, most of the patients may be belonging to comorbid conditions. They might have had diabetes, hypertension, then other complications of heart and other organs. You may ask how long these complications will remain in a patient. Only time will have to answer this question. Regarding the first group of complications in post-COVID condition, certain signs and symptoms are extension of the normal signs and symptoms the patient experienced during his active phase of the disease. First is fatigue. By fatigue, the patient experiences extreme tiredness. In extreme tiredness, he may take a lot of rest. He may have nutritious diet. Even then, with all these things, he may not feel normal. Another important symptom is breathlessness. He will not be able to properly walk because of this breathlessness. Then another complaint is dry cough. This dry cough also remained during the active phase of the disease, but this also remains. Then the patient may experience joint pain, arthralgia. This is a very common sign and symptom. Then the patient may experience chest pain. Chest pain is angina pectoris, that is pain of the heart. This is a very serious symptom. He has to take proper medical care. Then other complaints like muscle pain, headache, loss of smell and taste will also be there. Regarding loss of smell and taste, at least 30 to 40% of the patients who had symptoms of coronavirus disease, they complained of loss of smell and taste. Then there may be loss of memory. Then there may be loss of concentration. There will be a lot of disturbance in sleep. Regarding skin, there may be some rashes. Even heavy loss of hair may occur in these people. Now coming to the second group of conditions where there is permanent damage of the organs of the body. What are the organs commonly affected? Brain may be affected, lungs may be affected, heart may be affected, kidney may be affected, liver may be affected, and then blood vessels may be affected. How these permanent damages occur? The answer is because of inflammation. Inflammation is defined as response of a living cell to an injury. Inflammation in nature is a defense mechanism incorporated into our living body. Say for instance, when there is a bee sting, first our attention is brought to that injury because of pain. After pain, there may be some swelling in that area. There may be some redness in that area. There may be some heat in that area. So these four cardinal manifestations of inflammation caution us and tries to protect our body. This also happens during coronavirus infection. When coronavirus infects a person, our defense mechanism consisting of primarily the immune system confronts the coronavirus and tries to kill it, remove it and throw it out of the body. So there is always a fight between the invading coronavirus and the defense mechanism, that is immune system. Our immune system primarily consists of white blood cells and their products. So when the coronavirus and immune system fight, if the fight is eventless, then the patient may not exhibit any symptom. So we call that patient asymptomatic. What are the symptoms? Fever, pain of the body, then swelling in the lungs, etc., which are manifestations of inflammation. When the fight is mild, the symptoms may also be mild. If the fight is moderate, the symptoms will also be moderate. If the fight is severe, the symptoms will also be very severe. Often, our immune system overcomes the invading coronavirus. Occasionally, it finds it very difficult to overcome the invading coronavirus. In that condition, there will be a fierce fight between the coronavirus and the defense mechanism. So in the process, our defense mechanism, that is the immune system, uses all sorts of weapons, mostly chemical things, at its command to kill the virus. But during this battle, not only the virus gets damaged, our body parts, surrounding area also gets damaged. So wherever there is intense fight, there will be some damage of the organs. Now coming to individual organ damage, if the damage is severe in brain, that may result in paralysis or stroke. If the damage is intense in heart musculature, it is called myocarditis, that is inflammation of the myocardial muscles. That results in heart failure, heart attack, etc. When it occurs in lungs, it affects the tubes and vacuoles, that is tracheoles and the alveoli, which are responsible for respiration. Tubes conduct the air in and out of the alveoli. Alveoli exchanges oxygen with carbon dioxide, and this is the normal process of respiration. But in post-COVID complication, when the sensitive parts become scarred and fibrosed, they lose their capacity to do proper respiratory function. These things can result in COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, where the patient finds it very difficult to breathe properly. They may become chronic asthmatics. Regarding other parts of the body, large and small blood vessels may be experience clotting. So there will be obstruction to flow of normal blood. If this clogging occurs in brain, it results in stroke. If it occurs in heart, it results in heart attack. If it occurs in lungs, there will be a lot of consolidation and other things. If it occurs in kidney, there may be renal failure. It can also affect the liver. Then there may be psychological disturbances. A person may become highly depressed. When he is depressed, he may even contemplate of committing suicide. Then he may have intense anxiety. Not only these complications, there may be people becoming infected with new infections of bacteria, virus and fungal. There are reports that people have been found to be infected with mucormycosis, a fungal infection that is very difficult to treat. Not only these things, some people become diabetic for the first time after they had contracted coronavirus disease. So these are some of the complications where we have to be very careful and we must take it very seriously. Now you may ask, what can we do in these situations to overcome the difficulties of post-COVID-19 complications? I can say, sleep properly, take rest, take nutritious food, then do some relaxing exercises. We hope for the best. Thank you very much for watching this வீடியோ. தொண்டு செய்வாய் தமிழுக்கு துறைதோறும் துறைதோறும் துடித்தெழுந்தே. தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச்.
சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.